behind every container, every barrel of oil, and every shipment that keeps our economy moving are seafarers walking through the storm, isolation, long contracts, piracy threats, and high-risk area. Hello, and welcome to NIMASA This Week. I remain your regular anchor on the show, Moyoluwa Olutayo. We sail together today celebrating the special day that matters to every Nigerian, International Day of the Seafarer. Welcome on board.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency and stakeholders within the maritime environment proudly joined the international community in observing the Day of the Seafarer 2026. We salute the brave mariners who quietly and steadily move humanity forward by keeping the wheels of global trade turning whilst ensuring humanity's critical supplies are delivered globally.
Seafarers are the most important component of the international shipping industry. So it is important that we celebrate them and we allow the world, and Nigeria especially, to understand their importance, to understand what they are contributing to the economy of the country. It gladdens my heart to celebrate them today, and also to continue to encourage them and let them know that we are the agency and the ministry is behind them, and we continue to support them.
Seafarers are the backbone of every economy. Without seafarers, there is no shipping, there is no shopping, and there is no value chain. So that just goes to show how very important that they are to the world.
The most important element in the maritime, and not only maritime, in the world, because 80% of the trade we are doing in the world is through water, and the people that manage the water and make it happen is the seafarer. So it's worthy to celebrate them and to recognize them.
About 70% of people living in the world live on the coastal areas. About 90% of most countries' revenues is from trade. So that means the people who are involved as seafarers are responsible for the livelihood of some countries in the world. And therefore, on this important day of the seafarers, I just want to commend them for their efforts, despite the risks they take to keep the world going. And I say congratulations on this important day.
Seafarers play a critical role in trade and economic development of nations. Without seafarers, we cannot talk about efficient trade. And many nations of the world will not have the opportunity of having the kind of goods and services they need. Seafarers are responsible, even when they are not seen, for movement of goods from one part of the globe to another. We must celebrate them every day of our life. Also use the basic things that we need daily. Let's celebrate seafarers. They're the ones that make it possible for us to have access to all kinds of goods and services. We must celebrate them.
The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Dr. Adegboyega Oyetola CON, recently received a high-level delegation from CitiBank, led by Akin Daudu, CitiBank's subcluster and banking head for Sub-Saharan Africa, and Nneka Enwereji, Managing Director of CitiBank Nigeria, at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja. The minister said that Nigeria is open for business, structural transformation, and strategic international partnership capable of unlocking the vast potential of the nation's marine and blue economy. He praised the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for implementing far-reaching reforms that will leverage these natural endowments to attract global capital, strengthen infrastructure, and drive inclusive economic prosperity.
Nigeria is ready for business, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to ensure the reform agenda of Mr. President. Again, Nigeria is a maritime nation by natural endowment, really. We have a coastline of 853 kilometers. We have 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways. And we have 200 nautical miles of economic zone, which has not been extended by another 16,300 square kilometers by the continental shelf that we received just recently. So with the kind of resources that we have, we are supposed to be a maritime nation by any standard. Again, we won the election to IMO Category C.
The minister further revealed that the federal government is facilitating the development of at least 6 deep seaport projects, including Badagry, Ondo, Ibom, and Bonny, through public-private partnership arrangements. Under this framework, sub-national governments are expected to drive commercial investments, while the federal government provides the enabling regulatory and licensing environment.
There are a lot of opportunities for the development of deep sea ports. The subnationals are trying to compete, and it's good for us, to develop their own deep sea ports. We've been constrained by the limitation as to the draft of the existing port. That's the essence of the upgrade that we're doing now. But we want to ensure that we still conclude on the number of ports that are ongoing. You have the Badagry port, you have the Burutu, you have Bakassi, you have Agay ports, quite a lot of them, about 6 of them are in the pipeline.
Beyond infrastructure development, Oyetola invited targeted investments in critical blue economic sectors, particularly fisheries, aquaculture, and maritime security. Speaking on behalf of the CitiBank delegation, Akin Daudu commended the ministry's bold vision and reform-driven agenda, expressing CitiBank's strong interest in supporting emerging opportunities within Nigeria's marine and blue economy.
I'd like to congratulate you on the many steps that your ministry has taken as part of the government and the agenda, the reform agenda of the government. We are very proud to see the steps being taken, having been in the country a long time. And we're very proud to have participated in the MPA transaction, very keen to do many more, many others, and look for ways in which we can collaborate and share value.
The delegation indicated its willingness to deepen engagement with the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency on upcoming capital-intensive projects, building on recent interactions with leading global maritime stakeholders, such as the Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for our maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
The program is NIMASA this week, and you're welcome. If you're just joining us, you're right on time. June 25 every year is the day set aside by the International Maritime Organization, IMO, to recognize and celebrate over 1.5 million seafarers who keep 90% of the world trade moving. Stay with us as we bring you the full report of this year's celebration, which took place in Lagos with the theme, Carrying the World Trade. carrying the risk. I'll be right back.
The Day of a Seafarer, celebrated annually on June 25th, is a globally recognized observance established by the International Maritime Organization (IMO) to honor the invaluable contributions seafarers make to international trade, the global economy, and our everyday lives. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, commemorated 2026 Day of the Seafarer under the theme Carrying the World Trade, Carrying the Risk, with the events bringing together key stakeholders in the maritime industry to celebrate the priceless contributions of seafarers and address issues relating to welfare, safety, and professional development. The event commenced with a welcome address by the Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Dayo Moberiola, who emphasized the critical role seafarers play in ensuring the smooth functioning of international trade despite facing numerous challenges. The DG NIMASA also highlighted the agency's efforts through the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program, strengthen compliance with International Maritime Convention, adherence to International Transport Workers Federation, International Labour Organization, wage scales, and renewed commitment to promoting the safety, dignity, and well-being of seafarers.
To our Nigerian seafarers and seafarers worldwide, we salute your sacrifice, dedication, and professionalism. You are the backbone of global trade, and your contributions continue to strengthen our maritime sector and national economy. As we celebrate today, we must renew our collective commitment to creating maritime industry by prioritizing safety, dignity, well-being, and professional excellence.
The event's keynote address was delivered on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Dr. Adegboyega Oyetola, CON, by the Director of Maritime Safety and Security, Abdullahi Musa Makoji. He reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to improving seafarers' welfare, promoting decent work, and strengthening Nigerians' maritime workforce under the Blue Economy agenda.
The era of neglecting the welfare of seafarers, denying them their legitimate entitlements, or subjecting them to unacceptable working conditions must come to an end. The ministry will continue to enforce applicable regulations and labor standards to ensure that seafarers are treated fairly and that employers uphold their obligations under national and international maritime instruments. The well-being of our maritime workforce is non-negotiable.
The chairman of the Senate Committee on Marine Transport, Senator Wasiu Sani Eshilokun, in his goodwill message, highlighted the contemporary challenges affecting seafarers, including the impact of conflicts around the Straits of Hormuz. He acknowledged the difficulties faced by seafarers and reaffirmed the National Assembly's commitment to supporting the profession through sustained stakeholders' engagement and legislations aimed at enhancing Nigerians' competitiveness in the global maritime sector.
The committee remains focused on supporting initiatives that enhance maritime safety and security, promote the welfare of seafarers, improve port efficiency, strengthen indigenous shipping capacity, and create employment opportunity for Nigerian maritime professionals. On that note, I must also thank NIMASA for the financing the education of seafarers.
Also delivering a goodwill message, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, commended NIMASA for its capacity building initiatives for seafarers and other maritime professionals. The naval chief, who was represented by the flag officer commanding Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral Abdullahi Mustafa, also reaffirmed the Nigerian Navy's commitment to collaboration with NIMASA to ensure the security and safety of the Nigerian maritime domain.
I must commend NIMASA for its capacity building initiative towards enhancing the professional competence, safety, and security of the seafarers in our country. You know, the seafarers remain a critical component of our maritime strategy and the blue economy of this country, because they are the human component that actually man the vessels, they provide manpower for the offshore operations and also security operations at sea.
Director of the Maritime Academy of Nigeria, Dr. Kevin Okona, described the occasion as a special day dedicated to celebrating the achievements and contributions of seafarers, whom he referred to as the institution's proud products.
We at the Academy, we are very proud of our mandate that relates directly to providing the education and training that equips the seafarers to be able to perform their functions effectively and efficiently, to keep themselves safe in that turbulent environment that they find themselves to perform their jobs.
Secretary General of the Abuja MOU, Captain Sunday Umoren, highlighted the unwavering commitment of seafarers, noting that many of their sacrifices often go unnoticed. He stressed that seafarers are indispensable to global commerce and that their welfare must remain a priority for all stakeholders.
Today we celebrate the men and the women whose dedication and resilience, professionalism and sacrifices sustain the engine of global commerce. While the world often sees the goods arriving at the port, stocked on shelves, and delivered to the market, it is easy to overlook the individuals who make this possible. The seafarers who traverse vast oceans, endure prolonged periods away from their families, and confront the uncertainties and hazards at sea. The theme of this year's celebration aptly recognizes the reality that the maritime sector has long understood but rarely acknowledged.
We have seen so much global disruptions across the globe, but supply chain continue to be resilient. This is only achieved because our seafarers have continued to show courage.
As far as we are concerned, it's a good day for us. The future is bright. As far as I am concerned, every seafarer should take that job serious, do your job serious. Any incident that you feel that is bothering you, report to the trade unions.
We can actually talk about the risks, the sacrifice people go through to make sure that our goods get to
the theme of this year, carrying the world trade, carrying the risk. I am thanking NIMASA and thanking the IMO for putting us out there, letting people understand that in as much as we carry the world trade, we still carry the risks, we keep the world going.
Yeah, today, 25th June 2026, is a day to celebrate our seafarers, the heart and the mind and the strength behind trade intentionally.
In the global trade, there are people that put in their energy, their strength to make sure that the world trade keep moving. Today we are happy that we are being celebrated. Happy Seafarers Day.
A major highlight of the event was the demonstration and official launch of the Seafarers Discharge Book portal, facilitated by the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. The portal is expected to enhance efficiency, transparency, and accessibility in seafarers' documentation processes. The 2026 Day of the Seafarer Celebration reinforced the importance of safeguarding the welfare, dignity, and professional growth of all seafarers, while recognizing their indispensable role in sustaining global trade and supporting economic development.
Welcome to the Seafarer Discharge Book Management Portal. This portal provides a seamless digital process for seafarers to apply for, manage, and obtain their Seafarer Discharge Book. As a new applicant, the process begins with the verification of your National Identification Number, NIN. To initiate verification, a token payment is made for the NIN authentication service. Once payment is confirmed, the portal automatically verifies the NIN with the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC. After successful verification, your personal details are retrieved directly from the NIMC database and displayed for confirmation. Once confirmed, you proceed by selecting your preferred collection zone, entering your phone number and email address. An OTP is then sent to your email for verification. After validating the OTP and creating a password, the next step is a live facial capture to confirm your identity. Upon successful verification, your account is automatically created and you are redirected to your dashboard. The dashboard displays your profile information, including your photograph and personal details. Since this is a new application, the next step is to upload the mandatory supporting documents required for the discharge book application. Documents such as the STCW certificate and other required credentials are uploaded through the portal. Once uploaded, each document is assigned a pending status and forwarded to the shipping master for review. The shipping master receives notifications of new submissions and reviews each document individually. Every document can either be approved or rejected. Where a document is approved, the seafarer receives an email notification. Where a document is rejected, a reason is provided and the seafarer is notified to upload a corrected version. Once all required documents have been approved, the seafarer can proceed with the application. The applicant then selects the appropriate application type, whether new application, replacement, or temporary discharge book. For this demonstration, a new application is selected. The applicable fee is displayed and payment is completed through the portal. Upon successful payment, the applicant can view and download the payment invoice for record purposes. With payment completed and all requirements satisfied, the application process is concluded. The portal then automatically allocates a unique discharge book serial number to the seafarer, completing the issuance process. The Seafarer Discharge Book Management Portal delivers a secure, transparent, and efficient digital solution for managing seafarer documentation, from application to issuance. NIMASA welcomes you to the new digital world of seafarers' discharge book management.
face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
Wow, it's been a roller coaster of activities, from the celebration of the International Day of the Seafarer to the 8th WISTA Africa Regional Conference. I tell you, there's a whole lot that we have for you. And make it a date with us again next week for another exciting and well-packaged episode. I remain your anchor on the show, Moyoluwa Olutayo. Bon voyage.